Triple H resigns from WWE after Vince McMahon's sexual scandal worsens. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. In a shocking turn of events that has rocked the wrestling world to its core, Triple H, the man who rebuilt WWE's future from the ashes of its past, has officially resigned from the company. This bombshell resignation comes amid the deepening scandal involving Vince McMahon, the longtime face of WWE, who now finds himself drowning in a wave of sexual misconduct allegations. This isn't just another headline. This isn't just corporate drama. This is a pivotal moment that threatens to change the landscape of professional wrestling forever. So what exactly happened? Why did Triple H walk away? And what does this mean for WWE's future? Let's dive deep into the full story. The decline of a dynasty. To understand the gravity of this situation, we need to rewind. Vince McMahon has always been a controversial figure. From transforming WWE into a global powerhouse to decades of lawsuits, backstage politics, and sexual misconduct allegations, Vince has always walked a fine line. But in 2022, the first serious cracks in the dam appeared. Multiple hush money payments were discovered. Allegations of sexual coercion and NDAs sent shockwaves across the industry. McMahon temporarily stepped down as WWE chairman, only to force his way back onto the board in early 2023. It was a move that enraged fans and many within WWE. But while Vince clawed his way back into power, Triple H, real name Paul Levesque, was the one who was rebuilding trust. As head of creative, he brought back fan favorites, elevated NXT talent, and refocused WWE on actual wrestling storytelling. Triple H was hailed as the savior of WWE's product, but Vince's shadow never stopped looming. In early 2025, the scandal exploded again. New lawsuits emerged. Former employees, female talents, and contractors came forward with horrifying accounts of abuse, coercion, and cover-ups spanning decades. This time, there was more evidence, more voices, and more media attention than ever before. The walls were closing in. Triple H's struggle. Behind the scenes, Triple H was in agony. He was married to the system, to WWE, to Vince, literally and figuratively. As the son-in-law of Vince McMahon and husband of Stephanie McMahon, Paul Levesque had built his identity inside that empire. But for the past year, he had been fighting a silent battle. Sources close to WWE revealed that Triple H was furious with how the board handled Vince's return. He had begged for Vince to stay away. He wanted to protect the brand, protect the locker room, and protect his own legacy. And yet, he kept things quiet. He soldiered on. But with each new revelation about Vince's misconduct, many happening while Triple H was part of the inner circle, the pressure grew. Fans began demanding answers. Shareholders grew restless. Journalists dug deeper. Triple H began to realize something gut-wrenching. No matter what he did right, he would always be seen as complicit if he stayed silent. That realization began to crack the armor. Stephanie's return and the power shift. Amidst the chaos, Stephanie McMahon made a brief return to the public spotlight. Remember, she had previously stepped down as co-CEO in early 2023, reportedly due to tension with her father and concerns about the company's direction. But as the scandal deepened, Stephanie began meeting with attorneys, speaking to former female talent, and even holding internal discussions with the board. There were rumors that Stephanie considered testifying against Vince in the upcoming lawsuits. It was around this time that Triple H began distancing himself from the day-to-day operations. He stopped appearing at creative meetings. Talent noticed he was no longer as engaged. His inner circle, including Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg, were running things more independently. Then came the final straw. According to insider reports, Triple H discovered a series of internal documents, previously buried, detailing additional hush money agreements from the early 2000s. These documents directly implicated Vince and revealed that some executives may have helped keep them hidden, including people Paul once trusted. That night, Triple H reportedly told Stephanie, "I'm done. I can't keep defending this place." The resignation. On May 6, 2025, just hours before Monday Night Raw was set to air, Triple H handed in his official resignation from WWE. The internal email leaked within minutes. Effective immediately, I, Paul Levesque, am resigning from my role in WWE. This decision comes after careful thought and immense personal pain. I believe in accountability, in change, and in a future that isn't built on silence. The reaction inside WWE was pure shock. Some staff reportedly broke down in tears. NXT talents, many of whom viewed Triple H as a father figure, were devastated. Raw and SmackDown producers scrambled to rewrite segments that were supposed to involve Hunter's creative input. Vince McMahon? He was silent. He gave no statement, no acknowledgement. But Triple H didn't disappear into the night. Later that evening, he posted a video on social media. Standing alone in an empty WWE Performance Center ring, he addressed fans directly. I love this business. I love what WWE gave me. But I cannot stand by while people suffer, while justice is ignored, and while the truth is buried. I hope this company survives. I hope it finds its soul again. But I can't be the face of it anymore. That video garnered over 30 million views in less than 24 hours. The fallout. The fallout was immediate and brutal. Hashtag I stand with Triple H trended globally. WWE stock plummeted 17% in a single day. Sponsors like Snickers and Hulu reportedly paused campaigns pending review. More importantly, several other executives began resigning quietly, including longtime HR officials and legal advisors. Media outlets began painting a picture of systemic cover-up. Meanwhile, wrestling legends, from Mick Foley to Trish Stratus, spoke out in support of Triple H. AEW's Tony Khan even tweeted, "Say what you want about Triple H, but the man just took a real stand." Respect. Backstage in WWE, chaos reigned. Morale hit rock bottom. Some superstars even threatened to walk out if Vince McMahon remained connected to the company. Among them, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and more. In response, WWE Board of Directors held an emergency, closed-door meeting, with some pushing for Vince to be removed permanently. But as of now, no action has been taken. And then came the lawsuits. On May 7th, several new legal complaints were filed, this time naming not just Vince McMahon, but other executives. Investigations have expanded to include potential racketeering, fraud, and obstruction of justice. WWE is now under federal review, according to sources close to the situation. What's next for Triple H? So where does this leave Triple H? In interviews since his resignation, Paul Levesque has hinted that he's open to creating a new wrestling company, one built on transparency, safety, and creative freedom. This story is far from over. Stay tuned as we continue to follow every shocking development. Let us know in the comments what you think. Was Triple H right to leave? Can WWE survive this storm? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth wrestling coverage. Until next time, stay strong and stay tuned.